Level 1. The pizza delivery boy. $9 an hour. That's what a Hockey Hall of Famer makes now. You're 16. St. Cloud, Minnesota. Your mom has MS-800 a month after insurance just to keep her moving. 40 hours at Sal's Pizzeria after school. $9 an hour. January. The Riverside Market lot is glare ice. You're wearing Walmart shoes that cost $12 with zero grip. You step out and your feet go 15 feet 20, your knee catches the ground, and the pizza box pops open. 3 guys from your school are parked in a running Escalade heat-on, phones already out because they're bored. One has TikTok open before you stop moving. Another rolls the window down. Bro is on his hands and knees. This man is out here suffering for $2 he ain't gonna get. You try to get up. Your left foot goes out, and you go back down, one hand slapping the pavement, the other landing palm first in the pizza. Knee bleeding through your work pants. Pizza is lost. Your phone screen is cracked, and the calculator app stopped opening in November. But you don't need it $4.31 out of a $9 hour. Coach Briggs walks out of Riverside Market. He saw all of it. Can I ask you something? You spend the next 22 years answering that question. A kid named Marcus spends those same years certain he already answered his. Level 2. High school player. Briggs, the varsity coach, calls the next morning. He says he recruits one kind of kid. The kind that gets up. Your helmet fits like a borrowed opinion. The elbow pads are mismatched. Everything is from the lost and found bin in the equipment room because the gear budget went to the neurologist's copays and you did not ask your mom for more. The kids on both sides of you have matching sets their parents bought in September. You have things that used to belong to someone who left. You make JV. This is not nothing. It is also not what Briggs saw in that parking lot. In high school hockey, JV is the place you wait. There are approximately 500,000 high school hockey players in the country, competing for a few hundred Division I scholarships. You do not know this yet. You just know the varsity guys get the first ice, and you get whatever's left after 8 p.m. A kid named Tyler, a JV lifer, genuinely happy to stay there, teaches you crossovers at lunch 3 times a week because he thinks it's funny that you're better than him at the parts nobody taught you and worse at the parts everyone learned before they could read. By February, Tyler quits. He found a girlfriend and decided his time was better used elsewhere. You don't blame him. You stay. Then Marcus. Marcus is the son of a former AHL defenseman. The AHL is one level below the NHL, the league where careers go to extend or end. His father played 8 years there. Marcus has been skating since he was 3, on varsity since his freshman year. And last season he put up 47 points in the state's most competitive conference, which is the kind of number that gets a Wikipedia sentence added while you're still in it. After the spring scrimmage, Briggs puts you on the ice with the varsity guys just to see. Marcus skates past, looks at the take job on your stick, looks at you. He says, "Delivery boy fast, that's it," skates away. The story from the Riverside Market parking lot had gotten around school inside a week. That is how he knows. The JV coach standing next to you thinks this is a compliment. He is not right. You retape the stick. You buy your own tape this time, the correct brand, too much of it, badly applied. You watch a YouTube video at 11 p.m. and try again. By April, it looks acceptable. Not correct. Acceptable. This is the pattern. There is no other pattern available to you. Regional tournament, JV level. Your team is down by 3. You score twice in the 3rd period. The parents in the stands don't know your name. The kid who scored all 5 goals in last season's equivalent game can't look at the ice after the buzzer. You file this away and say nothing. A USHL scout is at the spring varsity scrimmage for Marcus. He stays 1 extra period. 6 weeks later, Coach Briggs calls you between bites of a school breakfast sandwich and tells you why. Level 3. Junior hockey prospect. The previous player's Playboy poster is still on the wall when you move in. You ask if you can take it down. The woman says of course, and hands you a new pillow in the same sentence she read that athletes sleep better with the right pillow. And that is the first time you have ever had someone buy you something for a specific reason that required research. You are 17 years old in Kearney, Nebraska, 800 miles from home, and the room smells like someone else's career. The USHL is the top junior league in the United States, the last stop before college or the pros. The place scouts use to decide who moves on. You are playing for the Tri-City Storm. Your billet family hosts hockey players the way other families have rental properties. This is the 11th player. The pillow is the detail that makes you feel like something other than inventory. First game. You dress next to a kid who was the #1 ranked player in the country at 15. He is now ranked 11th, which the coaches mention quietly as if the sport's indifference to its own math is a lesson worth absorbing early. You go +2 in 16 minutes. He goes -1. The scoreboard and the ranking are not the same game. You write this down somewhere and carry it. Jarmo, your Finnish linemate, gives you one sentence after the third practice. The reads are the same. The window is not. He says it the way someone says something they paid for. He walks to the bench before you can ask what it means. You put it in your phone. Not yet. Mid-season. You are playing 22 minutes a game. A scout from the University of Minnesota is in the building for someone else. He stays 2 extra periods. You find out through your billet family's son who works the rink. Minnesota, the most prominent college hockey program in the country, the one on national television, the one every recruit's parents mention by name, is in the building, watching you. Conference finals. 3 minutes left. Your team up by 1. You get the puck at center ice with open space, take it yourself, beat the defender wide, and put it top shelf on the backhand for an empty netter that seals it. 3,000 people. The sound is the loudest thing you have heard with your name anywhere near it. You stand there a beat too long because you are still surprised. You will remember this for the rest of your life as the moment you stop being surprised. Minnesota does not offer. Wisconsin does. Big Ten, national television, 15,000 seats. Your billet mom cries at the airport. Her husband shakes your hand 3 times. You are in the security line and you can still see them. What Minnesota's silence means for your ceiling you will not know for 3 years. Level 4. College hockey player. 8 minutes and 47 seconds of ice time per game. That is your freshman year at Wisconsin in its most honest unit. The starting center, a Hobey Baker Award finalist, which is college hockey's equivalent of the Heisman, which means he is the best player in the country and has been told so in front of cameras, calls you. Nebraska the entire season. You are from St. Cloud. He knows this. Nebraska is what he calls anyone whose high school wasn't nationally televised, and the accuracy of that is the part you cannot argue with. You practice like a starter. You play like a spare. This may be the same thing, or it may be a distinction that matters when the season ends. Sophomore year, January. The center sprains his ankle in Tuesday practice, high ankle, 6 weeks minimum. The same night you go into the lineup. Over the following 6 weeks, your ice time goes from 8 minutes and 47 seconds to 18 and a half. The team goes 8-2. You produce 14 points in those 10 games, which is the kind of stretch that gets mentioned in a sentence and then filed. The center returns in February. Your time drops back to 11 minutes. He acts like those 6 weeks did not happen. So do you. The coaches do not. That is the sentence that changes the math. Junior year. 28 points in 37 games. Big Ten Player of the Year, an award given in a real ceremony attended by your parents, your academic advisor, and one reporter from the local paper who is filing 3 stories the same afternoon. NHL Central Scouting's midterm evaluation ranks you 24th among North American skaters. There is a photo next to your name on their site. It is from Media Day. You are squinting because the light was in your eyes. That photo will appear in arena programs at 15 NHL buildings within 18 months, and you will squint in all of them. You declare for the draft after the season. Your mom cries. Your dad asks about your remaining scholarship credits in the tone of someone who is also crying but has not identified it yet. Your academic advisor says, "Congratulations." The draft combine is in Buffalo. Scouts from all 32 NHL franchises. The interview portion includes one question you carry home. Is there any reason to believe you might not be able to handle the pace of the NHL? You say no. The scout writes something. You don't know if it's a good write down or the other kind. You think about it for 4 weeks. Marcus will go 4th overall at this same draft, Chicago Blackhawks, the city he grew up in, the building he went to with his father as a kid. He has been that version of this story since before you knew there was a story. You have been building yours from a parking lot in January and a billet room that still smelled like someone else. The draft is in Vegas. The answer is coming. Level 5, NHL rookie, T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, the NHL draft. Your mom rented a hotel room because she was not missing this, brought your aunt, and your aunt made a sign. The sign has your name on it, spelled correctly. This will be the only sign in your section with correct spelling, and you know this before you walk in. Marcus goes 4th overall, Chicago Blackhawks. The city he grew up in, the rink he went to as a kid, the team his father watched from the upper deck. There is a bar on Michigan Avenue where 10,000 people watch the moment live on a screen. ESPN posts a welcome graphic within 8 minutes. The Blackhawks social media team has been ready for days. You watch this from a hotel room in Nevada eating room service French fries that were not worth the delivery charge. You go 21st, Seattle Kraken. Your mom stands up and knocks over a diet soda. Your aunt's sign goes up immediately. The woman in front of them turns around and asks if you know the player being selected. Your mom says, "I'm his mother," in a tone that closes the conversation. Your entry-level contract is 3 years at $925,000 per year, the NHL minimum for first-round picks. The number that sounds life-changing until you understand that the organization can reassign you to the AHL at any time with a single phone call. The AHL affiliate is the Coachella Valley Firebirds. That is the desert. You are a professional hockey player and your demotion destination is a place where the temperature in August reaches 115 degrees and the parking lot smells like sunscreen. First regular season game. 7 minutes of ice time. You take one shot. It hits the post. The building makes no particular sound. Your mom is in section 109. You can hear her. You don't look. You acknowledge it for 4 minutes on the inside. After the game, your Finnish line mate, same one from Kearney. 5 years in the league now. Same flat delivery as the day he first said it, says. The reads are the same. The window is not. You have heard this sentence before. The first time was in a junior rink and it sounded like philosophy. Now it sounds like instructions from someone who paid for the lesson. Game 41. A starter tears ligaments in the morning skate. The coach looks down the bench that night and stops at you. 19 minutes. 1 goal, 1 assist. Your first real paycheck for a meaningful performance, you wire half of it to your mom in St. Cloud before the flight home. She is not putting it in savings. Nobody writes about the goal. 2 days later, your nameplate is in the starters section. Nothing was announced. It is simply there. Whether 19 minutes becomes the floor or the ceiling depends on something nobody has told you yet. Level 6, NHL starter. Your second-year bridge deal is $3.2 million per year. Your agent calls this a bridge, meaning there is a larger conversation on the other side of it. You ask what that conversation looks like in numbers. He says significant. You ask what significant means. He says to sleep on it. You sign. The organization is cautiously optimistic about you. That is not the same as certain. The phone call comes on a Tuesday night in Denver. Your mom's MS has relapsed, the kind where someone needs to be in the room when the neurologist explains what comes next. You book the red-eye from Denver that night. You are at the clinic in St. Cloud by 6 in the morning. The assistant coach handles Wednesday's practice. Nobody says anything to the media. Thursday you are back. The coach puts you on the ice without ceremony. You score twice, the second one top shelf on the backhand off a broken play in the third period. National broadcast. Kraken versus Blackhawks. Marcus plays 22 minutes and scores twice. You play 18 minutes, score once, and assist on 2 others. By every statistical measure except the scoreboard, this is close. The broadcast mentions Marcus 4 times in the first period. Your name appears once during your goal in a graphic at the bottom of the screen. The font looks smaller than his. After the game, a reporter outside the locker room asks for your reaction to Marcus's performance tonight. He is asking about Marcus, not about you. You give him a sentence about the team and go inside. All-Star fan voting. Your mom spends 4 days manually entering email addresses into the NHL voting portal before the league system blocks her IP address. You receive 88,000 votes and finish 5th at your position. The top 3 make the roster. Marcus finishes first with 2.1 million votes. You tell everyone the story about your mom and the blocked IP. You also do not tell everyone. Both things are true simultaneously. Playoffs, first postseason, Aim 5 second round overtime. A cross-ice pass deflects off your skate and slides in. Official review, 4 minutes. You stand at the blue line not breathing because the review is happening and you cannot be certain until it is over. It counts. Your agent calls the morning after the second round exit. They're building around you. You sit with that phrase for 3 days. Building around you means the structure depends on you being there. It also means you are not the structure itself. Nobody explains the difference. The extension offer comes 6 weeks later. 7 years. $9.2 million per year. No player option. Your agent says to sleep on it. You do not sleep. Level 7. NHL All-Star. Your father calls when the extension is signed. He asks if you need a financial advisor. You say the team has one. He says good, okay, good. The call is 42 seconds. It is the most feeling he has demonstrated in front of you in 25 years, and neither of you mention this. Bauer offers you $4.5 million for a new equipment deal. CCM offers $6.2 million. Your agent says you are leaving $1.7 million on the table. You say Bauer was there in year 2 when you were playing 7 minutes and hitting the post. He says that is not how endorsements work. You say that's how you work. 2 weeks after you sign, your mom sends a screenshot from the treatment center. The Bauer ad on a tablet screen. Her caption, "That's my son." CCM signs Marcus to a new deal. They put him on a billboard outside the United Center. It is a very good billboard. All-star game. The skills competition. Fastest skater, timed lap of the rink. Your time goes on the scoreboard. 13.427 seconds. A beat reporter asks if anyone was surprised you won. You say you weren't. He writes it as confidence. What you meant was 3 boys from school standing at a market entrance in January laughing. 12 feet of glare ice. Shoes with no grip. The box staying flat all the way through. Of course not. You don't say that. Nobody asks the right question. Home game, January. A kid in the front row is wearing a jersey, your number, iron-on letters, slightly crooked, the name correct. It is clearly made by hand recently with a level of care that does not produce a straight line. You ask the equipment manager to get him a stick at the end of warm-up. You sign it. Wrong number, right name. The kid's father takes a photo. It runs on local news. Bauer asks to use it in an ad. You say only if they spell it right on the creative. They do. Western Conference Finals. Game 7. Kraken versus Blackhawks. 19,000 people who refuse to sit down. When the starting lineup is announced, your name gets the louder response. You have been in Seattle for 6 years, and this is the first time the crowd has been louder for you than for the other name on the ice. Marcus is at the far blue line during warm-ups. He does not look at you. You look at him once. You win in overtime. In the handshake line, both teams skating past each other, shaking hands. A hockey tradition that means the series is over and both sides accept it. Marcus reaches your spot. He grips your hand for 1 second, eyes already at the tunnel, and skates past without a word. 19,000 people are still screaming your name. He does not look back. You have been waiting 11 years for something from him. You let it go. Level 8. Stanley Cup champion. You wake up on the morning of Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals and your neck is wrong. Not stiff. Wrong. You slept twisted on the ice pack and something in the cervical spine has decided this is the morning to formally register. You sit in the hotel bathroom for 11 minutes before you can turn your head left. Left is the direction from which most plays enter your zone. You tell no one. The team doctor takes your temperature twice the second time, not because the first reading is alarming, but because it does not fit the schedule. He says he cannot recommend you play. You say you are playing. He writes something in a chart and stops talking. Your mom texts at 7:02 in the morning. A photo of a candle she lit at 6, still burning. Caption: since this morning. You send back a single thumbs up. This is the only thumbs up you have sent her in 5 years of texting. She started sending a prayer hands emoji before each game the first week you were in Seattle. The streak is 61 playoff games. You have won 38 of them. You know this number because you counted it. Third period. The Panthers get away with a hook behind the net. The official's arm stays down. No power play. You say nothing. You go to the bench, peel back the old tape from your stick with 2 fingers, and retape it with the last of the tape in your stall, the tape you mailed home to your mother in St. Cloud after your first USHL season. And she kept it in a Ziploc bag and mailed it back when you got called up, taped to the inside of your stall door before the conference finals. The roll runs out exactly. The tape job is imperfect. The stick is fine. Overtime. The Panthers pull their goalie for a 6-on-5. You are on the penalty kill. You are not supposed to score. The puck comes to you in your own zone, 60 feet from an empty net. The Finnish line mate's sentence arrives without being called for it. The reads are the same. The window is not. You wait 1 beat longer than your instinct says to. The lane opens. You shoot. The puck goes in. 4-3. Confetti. Before the hat, someone hands you a Trophy Conn Smythe playoff MVP, your name already on it. You hold it for 6 seconds. Then the cup arrives, and the Conn Smythe moves to your left hand for the rest of the night. Someone puts a hat on your head that says Stanley Cup Champions in a font designed to last 4 weeks. It does not fit. You are looking for your parents in the crowd, and your mom finds you first because she is holding her phone up like a flashlight. The candle burned all day. You find this out an hour later in a text. The streak is 62. You do not count again after this. Level 9. Hockey legend. Wednesday. No practice. No morning skate, no film session, no pre-game walkthrough, no lineup call at noon. Your last game was 11 days ago. Your career ended with a press conference in which you cried once, held it together twice, and the beat reporter who has covered you for 7 years did not ask a single hard question. You only recognize this later as the specific kindness of someone who knew the hard questions had already been answered on the ice. The Hockey Hall of Fame call arrives on a Tuesday morning. The NHLPA representative the players' union calls your agent first. Your agent calls you. You are in the cereal aisle of a grocery store. You stand in front of the granola for 4 minutes after you hang up. A woman asks if you need help finding something. You say you're okay. You are buying granola. You are in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Both things are true. Marcus's representative sends 2 sentences through a publicist. Marcus congratulates you on a great career. You read it once and put your phone face down on the kitchen counter. That is the complete accounting of 22 years. Your Bauer signature skate launches at $289 retail. You go to a hockey zone in a mall with your nephew who is 9, who wants to look at everything in the building. You stand at the display. Nobody recognizes you. Your nephew tells the store employee, "That's my uncle." The employee looks at you, looks at the skate, says, "No way." You say, "Yes way." He asks for a photo. Your nephew acts like he arranged this. Your mom flies in from St. Cloud for the induction ceremony. MS and all. She brings something in a manila envelope. A printout. Laminated a Google Maps satellite image of the Riverside Market parking lot. A red circle drawn near the entrance. "That's where you were standing," she says. You know exactly where you were standing. You hold it for a beat longer than she expects. You drive to an outdoor rink near where you grew up. Resurface now, new boards, a mural on the equipment shed wall. Your number, your name, your Bauer skates from year 8. The right name, the right number. The wrong skates. Whoever painted it used the press photo, the media day shoot, the nice gear, the proper lacing. Nobody painted the rental skates. Nobody painted the Riverside Market lot. The mural is for them. The real version is for you. A kid at the rink, maybe 12, duct tape on the left boot where the toe is separating, asks if you can show him something. You show him a wrist shot off the back foot, the way you learned it from a Finnish line mate who said the reads are the same. The kid makes 3 in a row and looks at you like you explained something large. You give him your tape. He doesn't know what that means. In the hallway of your house, the Stanley Cup ring, the Conn Smythe trophy, the game skates from year 18, and in the center, a Ziploc bag with a roll of black hockey tape, aged gray, the end of it used up in the 3rd period of Game 7. It is worth nothing. It is the most expensive thing you own. That was always the whole game. If this one stayed with you, like and subscribe for more.